Movement, and I am here with Holyfx. How's it going, brother?
Hello, Jay. How you doing, man? I'm feeling all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. I'm glad to be back, man. We, been on a hiatus for a little bit,
Hmm.
had to take a little break, an emergency, but we're here and I'm glad. It's been a long time, in the making. Like we've been talking about this for quite some time, and it's finally good to have you as a guest on the podcast. It's great.
Yeah, it's been probably over a year that we've talked about it, right?
Yeah.
Easily. So
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of stuff has happened for both of us. So we finally got here.
Oh man, hey, and you know what? And I'm glad that you're here. A lot of stuff has happened, and I'm glad
Mhm.
for everybody to kind of sit back and just listen, relax, and just chill and have their ears open. Man, it's gonna be a good show. For those that don't know you, I would like to roll out the red carpet and kind of let you introduce yourself to the beautiful people out there.
All right. Well, my name is Holyfx. I stream primarily on Twitch right now. Hopefully, moving into YouTube and some other things next year. But I hit Twitch partner about a month ago, a little bit less than a month ago. And
Congratulations, by the way.
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My content primarily is a mixture of gaming and chatting. A large focus on just mental health and maintaining a community that's non-toxic because I play a lot of PvP games and oh man, anyone who has played any PvP game ever, I guess, and like once communication and like comms were open and then the open mics and everything started becoming a thing, uh people are mean to each other.
Oh
so
yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
I'm doing my best to be like the chill guy in the non-chill environment.
Yeah. Kudos to you, man, because that's tough. Because I tell you what, when I play Call of Duty, I just turn calm off. Like I don't even want to hear it because I know, like
Yep.
streaming
Hmm.
wise, I know the feedback can get real crazy. So I tell
Yeah.
myself I'm gonna mute it every time. So I
Yeah,
understand.
that's why I run through Discord, so I can hear people but nobody else can. So
Definitely.
I can't trust what some random person's gonna say. So
I know that's right. I know that's right. 100%. I'm behind you on that. Like, Mike muted. Comms muted.
and I guess the other part of my content is just the amount of time I stay alive is kind of a drawing point.
Yeah.
Um, a short stream for me could be like 13 or 14 hours. Like that's short. Um, I go half a day pretty much every stream, if not
Man,
longer.
that is putting in work.
Hmm.
Look, I don't know any, and this is the truth. Like I see people putting in like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, but you putting in that work, like I take my hat off to you and salute you, brother. Like that is hard work and dedication. Like that is determination of you getting partnered with Twitch, and I'm proud, man. Like it's an honor. It's like a party. It's almost like we're celebrating, man. Like
Hmm.
we chilling, we vibing, we having a good
Yeah.
time, and my boy is partnered, man. He did that. Like I need to get notes and start putting down what I gotta do. I gotta learn. I gotta learn.
Man, I gotta learn too. Say, because I'm not done, right? We're not. None of us are done. As long as we keep moving.
Oh yeah,
We're not done.
definitely.
We're not done yet.
Just
But
getting started.
hmm um, I like that we are having this talk because I was thinking about so much about how uh I had gotten away, not intentionally, but from like content that is just a chat, right? Like with like a podcast with just chatting, like and I'd gotten away from that a little bit because of the success of my gaming side of my stream.
Right.
Um, but so I'm it's nice to like this is a nice step back for me
Oh yeah,
because I don't have to
definitely.
worry about anything else. Like I'm over here looking around like I have something else, you know what I mean? I have to be doing, but I
Yeah.
don't. But I don't. So it's
Oh yeah, definitely. I would like to acknowledge the chat. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming through. We got Zombie Don, we got Peaches and Queen, we got Ventress, we got Jugnoff, we got Labyrinth. I definitely want to say I appreciate you guys. If you guys haven't already followed Holyfx, make sure you show my guy some love, man. Really great guy, really great content creator, always showing love, giving back to the community, and all about the mental health, man. And that's one thing, I gotta say is that a lot of guys don't really talk about that. And, the ones that do, I really, really acknowledge them and appreciate them because it's tough out here. It really is.
um I think maybe part of it is a little bit of fear, um or anxiety, keeping people from talking about it more openly.
Hmm.
Um uh there is definitely a stigma
Yeah.
around males, especially, where it's like you got to suck it up. You got to be the tough. You got to be the strong guy. But it's a lot. You're a lot stronger if you're talking about it. To be honest, because that you're vulnerable. It's to open yourself up to the emotional side of stuff when it comes to people is really difficult.
Definitely.
Yeah, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
Um, but no, that's always been something I mean, you've known me pretty much since day one, so
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of been the basis of my channel from the beginning. That if you need somebody to talk to, it's not you don't have to talk to me about it right there, but like I want to transcend being a content creator or like a guy on a screen. Like I want you to know that I'm a real person too, and I struggle with the same kind of things you do, and we can, maybe, I don't know, I don't have all the answers, especially since I don't have any. Um, I'm not a doctor or anything. I don't have any sort of like formal training, but I'm a guy who's been through a lot of stuff, so I can relate to a lot of things.
Oh yeah, definitely. And one thing I like about, you and your community is that you've always kept it the same. Like you've always told people that it's a safe space, you want people to be able to, feel comfortable and just, not worry about none of the negativity. And I can relate to that because I run, my Discord the same way too,
Cool.
but it gets a little wild in there, but I still want people to be able to, feel safe and still be able to, to have a place to hang out and be themselves and not worry about being judged or, any kind of negativity like that. So I definitely
Absolutely.
appreciate you and your community, man. Let's get to these questions, man. I know a lot of people
Oh, okay.
probably want to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hey,
All right. Light it up. Light it up.
what inspired you to start streaming?
Um, okay, so I guess the original inspiration was probably the fact that I spent a lot of time on Twitch as a viewer. My Twitch account is almost a decade old. So I've been on Twitch for a very long time. Um, and I saw content creators, like my main game is Smite. So I watched a lot of Smite trying to get better at it. I was actually even like on the cusp of the like pro scene there for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
in that game. So I was trying to learn from the pros and everything like that. And I never had any interest in the social side of it, to be completely honest. No interest at all
Oh wow.
until a couple years ago. Until a couple years ago, that completely changed. I went through a little bit of stuff personally. I felt alone, and not just like, I know I wasn't physically alone, right? There were some people around me, but I felt like I couldn't connect with anybody, that I didn't have any sort of connections anymore. And that's when I realized that I already had an outlet, right? I was already ingrained in Twitch. I just never talked to anybody. That was the permanent lurk.
Yeah.
um, and so I guess the biggest thing that inspired me was just like that feeling, that want to connect to people. That's what inspired me to actually go live. And my thought process was, I'm pretty good at this game. Okay, so it's like, I'm pretty good at this game. I've been playing it for, at that time, 8 years. I've been playing the game, and I was like, people might want to watch me play. So and maybe I'll make some friends. That's it. That's all it was. Maybe I'll make some friends. And the amount of people that showed up from the beginning, like my first stream, blown away.
Nice.
Absolutely blown away. Yeah, my lowest average ever on Twitch was 16.
Dang. That, that tells you, like, you're a great guy, man. Like, honestly, like, people are gonna, what's the term I'm looking for? They're going to prioritize, and they're gonna hang out with people that they feel that they can relate to and are really good people. So whenever you go live, man, it's like, hey, Holyfx is live. We got to tune in, man. We don't know what to expect, but we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. Don't know what to expect. Don't know what to expect, except for I'm probably not gonna sleep very much.
Green Hornets.
You can always expect that.
Your friend Green Hornet says, Holy sent us here against our will. LOL. Just kidding.
Agreed. How we doing? A good dude right there.
Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Butterfly, Relax with Rocky. Definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Much love to you guys. We are here with Holyfx. If you guys haven't already, show my boy some love on the good old Twitch. Hit him with a follow. Gladly appreciate it. Really great guy. I'm gonna be doing that the whole stream. I do that to all my people. I give them the green light, hype them up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. You got to know. Chances are your people are gonna mesh with the people you vibe with, right? Not everybody is going to, but like a good portion of your people will be. I think will be friends with your friends, right?
Oh yeah.
That's my thought process on it.
Oh,
it seems to have been like that's how like communities grow. That's how like you Twitch, like the whole Twitch universe and social media in general is like, oh, that's why they always say, hey, your mutuals, here's your mutuals, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a smart way to do it.
I agree.
Figure out where people came from. Like, oh, okay, so this is start connecting dots, and they're like, all right, so that's why you're good peeps.
Oh, definitely. Good evening, Jason. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the episode of The Movement. I am interviewing my boy Holyfx. He is a partner on Twitch, and I'm excited for this. We've been talking about this podcast for about a year, if not a little over a year, and I'm just excited, man. We got so many great people in here. Ventures brought me in here to see what y'all all about, bro. Hey, I appreciate you. Shout out to my boy Ventures. Really great guy. He's in our community, always showing love and support, and that's what it's all about. Like Holyfx said, bringing people together and kind of letting them interact and build those friendships together, and that's how you build those communities. And that's what I love, man. I love when you guys, bring people my way, and I introduce them to my people, and they, introduce them to their people, and it's just a cycle of friendships being made. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. This is it's a nice feeling.
I know you talked about it in your stream, but for those that don't know, how did you come up with your streaming channel name? Like, I've heard you say this a few weeks back. I've heard you talk about this.
All right, so the Holyfx, how did Holyfx become a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think of 14-year-old me. so to put it in perspective, I'm 34. So 20 years ago, I was trying to think of something that I didn't want to say that I was godlike, right? I didn't want to like throw out the word God, because I wanted to stay away from that term specifically. But then I started thinking, what does it mean to be, like God, or like the idea behind it being just emanating a good aura, right? Like, and that's where like the word holy came into my mind. So, and then the FX was like, completely honest, FX as the movies. Remember FX? FX as the movies. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's a cool way to write FX, or like sound effects. So I was like, yeah. So I have the effects of being holy, right? that's how Holyfx became a thing, and then people turned it around, and you just use your brain. People did. People turned my brain like my name around, and then they were like, "Oh, that's clever," and I was like, I didn't. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Let's see. What's the most memorable moment you've had while streaming?
Uh, it has to be my charity stream. This was over a year ago now. We did a 24-hour charity stream for uh, Covenant House, which is they help homeless children. Basically, they help find homes for children who have been either abandoned or they lost their parents, or they've even those affected by like trafficking and everything. So that's there. They provide like housing for them, and they provide mental health services for them too. That was the big thing that was like one up for me, is like they weren't just putting them in a place and saying, here you go. They were like making sure they were good mentally too, to like be able to move forward, right? Because that's
Right.
a lot on a person. And the charity for me was really was close to me, because I was secondhand homeless for 2 years. So I didn't have no place to be, but I didn't have any place that was my own. So I was like crashing on couches. I slept in a friend's bathtub for 2 months. Like it, it was like that. So, but anyway, I'm digressing a little bit.
Oh no, you're good.
In 24 hours, we made $13,000 for charity.
Wow.
And it just, I still to this day don't, it doesn't make sense to me how I had that. I had the ability to pull that um amount of people to like come and donate all that. Just it's I'm getting emotional right now, even like that's just the fact that I facilitated in some way a lot of help for homeless children. That to me means way more than any of the stuff I've done after that. Okay, I'm a Twitch partner. I've done a lot of stuff for people personally, but that's gonna stand out. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Shout out to you for that, man. I know that wasn't easy. Like anybody can say that they do it, and definitely you held yourself accountable and you did it, and the people believed in you and supported what you were standing for, and it turned out really great, man. And I'm proud that happened. You know.
Oh yeah, it's life changing. It's life changing for not for me. I mean, it is a little bit, but like a lot of people are getting help because of that money. So
Definitely,
I
man.
I I don't sleep much, but when I do sleep, I sleep pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is a good question for you right here.
I'm ready.
How do you handle trolls or negative comments in your chat?
Oh, this is a great question. This is a great question. Well, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? I
Hmm.
really, really do. And a lot of the times it's a pretty quick timeout if I could tell they're being a little against the grain.
Yeah.
I don't normally insta ban people unless it's like a bot or something, or somebody trying to solicit me.
Right.
Um, uh, very carefully, I think is my answer. How do I handle trolls? Very carefully, because I'm still trying to be, I'm still trying to be like understanding of everybody, but also when people come in with the energy that is negative, and we're all trying to just we're trying to just not have that.
Right.
Most of the time people just get a timeout, which is nice. Just sit in the corner, you are bad. But sometimes it's the you gotta ban these people. And typically if it's somebody who's been around for a little bit, I'll send them a DM. I'll shoot them a DM and be like, hey, this is why. Just I have ban requests turned off. So because if that tells you how often I get trolled.
Oh yeah.
So I turned the ban requests off because I was banning people, and then the ban requests would be trolls, right? They would send a ban request and they would be trolling me further. So
Oh my
I guess
goodness.
I guess the yeah, very carefully, but also without prejudice, right? Got to get rid
Right.
of them. Got to get rid
Right.
of the trolls
Yeah,
because
definitely.
if you let toxicity linger, it'll seep into other things. And
Definitely.
so if one person in your community is being toxic, I had this the other night. Had a guy around for quite a while, but he was just starting to become very very toxic. Gave him a warning,
Hmm.
and he removed himself actually. So I said, you can't do that. Don't be toxic. Didn't ban him or anything, but then he left, and I was like, see, it's just. I guess
It's,
sometimes you just got to be a little bit more firm. I have a habit of being a little bit too nice, but
I'm with you on there. It's like,
it's really tough. You don't want to be
you don't want to
you
be
want to be the
that
mean
guy.
guy,
You don't
right?
want to be the
Yeah.
mean guy, but then I got my moderators that just they don't play that. So
Yeah, and but you also have the people who won't respond to anything but the blunt, right? The blunt no.
right.
I can dance around it for a lot of people, and they're like, "Oh, I get it, I get it, I get it." And but some people you have to just be like, like a dog, bad.
Right.
Uh,
But it's it is what it is. What are your favorite games to stream and why?
okay, definitely Smite. All right, Smite and Smite 2, which will be out for everybody next month, hopefully. I don't have any control over that. Um, uh, I'm partnered with them, so that's a big plus. They give me a lot of free stuff to give away. Um, but overall, the game itself is different than any other game I've played. There's MOBAs, which is a multiplayer online battle arena. Um, Mostly League of Legends. That's pretty much what most people see in that category. It's League of Legends. Um, the view is third person instead of top down in Smite, which I prefer. I don't like to top down. I don't like playing top down games, unless I'm controlling a massive army like an RTS, like an Age of Empires, for a throwback name right there, Age of Empires. um, but yeah, so Smite, a lot of it. Um, Dead by Daylight a little bit. I play a little bit of
Hey.
um, I got some. I like Marvel Rivals just came out, and that's similar to Overwatch. And I used to play Overwatch professionally, so there's that. I really enjoy that game. It's man, there's
I was watching a few people stream Rivals. That game actually looks really good.
oh yeah, it needs balance, but it is fun. It is fun. I think they released the game with 33 characters, so that's pretty big.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a large amount of people to pick from. So
Oh
pretty cool.
yeah. I was watching. I was like, man, I might have to install this. I know I wasn't the best at Overwatch, but Rivals looks
Yeah,
really, really good.
it's got a lot of attention right now from the casual perspective. It's got a lot of people who have never played Overwatch or a hero shooter at all, or any sort of game like that. Like you said, looks interesting. It got a lot of
Yeah.
attention. So
Oh, definitely.
uh, it's fun. That's something I'll be playing a lot.
Hey, I'll be tuned in, man. You know me.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
How do you balance streaming with other aspects of your life?
Still working on that one. Completely honest. Um, I think I I forced myself to start taking like one day a week where I primarily just shut everything off. All social media, everything. Like I turn every notification off, and I don't if my PC's on, I won't turn on the monitor. Right? I'll force myself to be away from screens, from just from everything.
Yeah.
Um, that helped a lot because I wasn't taking any breaks when I first started, and I burnt myself out so hard. There was a time that I didn't think I wanted to keep streaming because of what I put myself through, like not giving myself any space from like the social part, right? Not taking care of myself at all. Um, so I said I think I still struggle with it a little bit, but I've gotten a lot better with taking that time away. That the notification thing was huge.
Yeah.
Turning all the notifications off is huge. Anyone who has one social media that is fairly active will know that you'll get ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
And then you get 3-4 social medias that are active. It's overwhelming.
Oh yeah.
So um balance is tough. And if anyone figures out the perfect formula, you let me know. Because I think not forgetting that you need to be a priority as well, like you as in yourself, right? So speaking for me, I need to remember that I am a priority. It's not just everybody else and everything else that I've built and that I said I'll always be there for you, I'll always help. But yeah, I never learned how much until I did it, when I was trying, how much it hurts you mentally to try to help everyone when you need the help.
Yeah.
So uh taking that time to just exist. Man, I have a dog. I just lay there with my dog. Shit, we just lay there. That's like, I do that for like one day a week. I just hang out with my dog. That's, I might put on I might watch like YouTube or something that I don't feel obligated or the need to socialize.
Right. I can totally understand. I mean, it's like you want to be there for everybody and you want to support and help and do as much as you can, but sometimes you just need that break. Like sometimes you feel drained and you need those breaks, and I honestly feel like there's nothing wrong with having those breaks.
Oh, it's healthy.
Yeah.
100% it's healthy. Um like I said, I'm not perfect. I haven't got the formula perfect, but at least having one day where I don't go out of my way for anything. It's just, peace.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. What do you enjoy most about being a streamer?
Funny enough, I didn't think it was gonna be this, but it's definitely the amount of people. The amount of people, because I'm a little socially anxious, right? So I didn't think it was gonna be that way. I thought that was gonna be the hard part, where that I was gonna be a little bit bad at it. I don't know. Anyway, the community, 100%. I I have met so many people, like, from all over the world. Some of my best friends live in Australia, okay? Or New
Nice.
Zealand, right? So like, I have really good friends in Australia and New Zealand. That's like, and I'm in Eastern United States. I am on the opposite side of the world. I never would have met these people if it wasn't for Twitch, right? And they've become some of the closest people in my life. So, I mean, it's that's it, man. It's the people. That comes with positive and negative things, but I think the positive have outweighed the negative, um, with the like quality of people I've met. Just, good-hearted individuals that, most people are streamers that I meet, um, but just in general, we're way more than the content we create, and that's something that needs to be addressed all the time, I think.
I agree.
It's like, oh, I'm the content. I had somebody say, I'm digressing again. I had somebody say to me that I'm a just chatting streamer, so I am the content. And I was like, yes, but you are a person, right? I had
Right.
to make sure to get that across. Like, don't get lost. Don't get
Yeah.
lost in the sauce.
Don't get lost in the sauce. Definitely
So,
good
it's
words
like
of
content,
it's
content, person. You should have. They should both be a thing. if you're gonna do content, that you still have to be you, right?
Hmm.
You aren't the sum of everything you create. If you have a bad content day, that does not mean you are a bad person or that you are doing bad.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Holyfx, man, my boy coming in here and just giving us the truth, the facts. I love it, man. That's what this movement is all about. It's about, people being able to be honest and, just tell it how it is and be themselves and just have a good time. And I'm really appreciative that you are a part of this movement, man. Like I said, it's been over a year in the works. We finally got you, and it's been a blast, man. And anybody that's in chat right now, if you haven't followed Holyfx, man, you guys are missing out, and you guys should definitely check out his channel. Really great guy, man. Let's see right here. What is your long term goals?
Um, all right, now I'll also drink some water.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's do some water real quick.
I'll acknowledge the chat real quick. Venturous, I agree 100% with that. Sometimes that sauce is tasty. Just oh my god. Oh man.
Okay, long-term goals. We talked about this very briefly before we started, but I'm
Hmm.
looking to realistically, take the content creation to the next level from a financial perspective. Um, my big goal is to move into YouTube, merchandising, all a lot of stuff that I have yet to tap into. Um, uh, right now, I'm doing okay. Like I'm squeaking through. We're squeaking on by, but I would love to like make this something that I feel like I can keep dedicating this amount of time to. Right.
Right.
Um, uh, it takes small business, so it takes a little like startup time. Well, I'm trying to move past the past that startup time and into like where we're really cooking. Um, but and with that um, comes like the reach. I want if I can push off onto more platforms and other places to meet people where I wouldn't have met them from Twitch, because that's primarily where everyone I've met from, almost everybody I've met through Twitch or through Discord, where I met somebody from Twitch and then you know what I mean. So it's like a uh, I got here because of Twitch basically, but I would love to expand. The community is 1,000 strong in the Discord. Um, maybe 10,000. I don't know, and like I dream big. I dream big, but I mean, I got Twitch partner in 2 years, so we can potentially take that and push it even further the next 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping. I keep myself healthy and uh focused.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. 2 years, that's pretty quick. I know to some people it may seem like a lot, but I honestly feel like that was pretty quick. Like I know people
Absolutely.
that been streaming for 6, 7, 8 years, and they're just finally getting partnered. So that tells you 2 years. That's pretty good, man. I'm definitely proud of you, brother. You definitely put in the work, and you deserve it. You know.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Do you have any tips for any new streamers trying to grow their audience?
Um, here's a big tip. Here's a big tip. Um, don't like we already talked about a little bit earlier about not making your content reflective of like who you are, right? Like, but uh, I think be open, but cautious, right? There's a lot of good people that you will meet if you open yourself up to it. But with that, you will also meet people who will try to take advantage of that. I think new streamers often, including myself, when I was a newer streamer, I fell into the trap of everybody is nice to me. That was my thought process. Everyone is nice to me. And then a little few months down the line, you know, some people show their true colors. So I think be open, because otherwise, if you're not open to it, you won't get any of the good stuff, right? None of the positive things that come with the people you meet, um, and you know, just the good energy that you can get from others.
Definitely.
But then, you know, just be careful. Just be careful,
Oh,
because not everyone's your friend.
you know, and you're right. You're absolutely right on that, because I've talked to a lot of content creators and they all say the same thing. And I agree with it. You know, not everybody is here for your best interest. Not everybody wants to see you succeed. Not everybody, you know, is going to be positive or like your vibes. And you know, that's one thing. You know, I've been streaming for 6+ years now, and I can say, you know, when I first started streaming, I thought everybody was cool, everybody was nice.
Yep.
I thought everybody
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be my friend, but that wasn't necessarily the case. It took me a bit of a ways to understand how everything works, and yeah, you definitely, in order to make it, you have to be open, but you have to be cautious as well. So I agree with that 100%.
Um, dedicating set time as well. We talked about that
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Uh, uh, Dedicating set time for yourself and not just a stream. I think
Right.
that's good too.
That's good.
You
I
know,
like.
a lot of the advice that like I've been like I've had to learn the hard way. You know, like I didn't take time for myself. Only it was all stream all the time. You know, burnt myself out. You know, and then you know with the like maybe putting a little bit too much trust in people at the beginning of my journey. I mean, my start was by no means without its bumps. So yeah, without getting too deep into it, you know, I definitely trusted a few of the wrong people to start, like put them in position of power, and it blew up in my face. So um, luckily, luckily, you know, I had way more good people around. That's my, you know, that's my point. That's my biggest point, is that you know, you're gonna get good and bad when you open yourself up to everything. Um, but you know, you'll miss out. You'll miss out if you don't. You know, if you want to make content, you it's yeah, especially on Twitch. I should especially if it's one where you have a live feed, right? If it's a live content,
Mm-hmm.
then a lot about differentiating, you know, what people are, when people are being nice to you because they like you, and then they want you to succeed, and then when they're being nice to you because they want something.
I agree 100%. Sometimes you have to be open to others' opinions, learn what's rash and what to expect. It's important to be true to yourself. I agree with that. I agree with that as well. I agree with both you guys. Definitely, definitely. Definitely you got to be true
Really
to
good.
yourself, and you don't want to get lost in the sauce. And you, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you got to be open to get to know people, network, and at the same time, you have to be cautious. You know, you got to be careful, because you don't really know what somebody's true intentions are, right? So you got to get to know them and just kind of vibe out with them and see what they're about, and just see how things work out. Definitely. I love the energy, man. We got quite a few lovely people up in here, man. I just want to say I appreciate you guys coming through, showing love and support. We're almost done with the interview, but I gotta say, man, it's been a good vibe, man. It's been a good vibe, man. If y'all haven't already,
Absolutely.
man, show my guy some love, man. I can't express it enough, man. Really great guy, really big into mental health, and I know I am too. You know,
We got to bring
hey, I was waiting. I was waiting on
the
him. I was waiting on
diamond
him.
touch. What's up, sir?
So, Stitch also wants you to know that in my channel, you're Hannah, okay? A family, and you're never left behind or forgotten. Yes.
Hey, never left behind. Ohana family, for real. Me, Warrior Woman, welcome in. Welcome in. I definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Much love. Lonely. I see you. I see everybody in the chat. We definitely appreciate you guys. Let's see. We got a quite few more questions, and then after that, I'll leave it up to chat to ask my guys some questions, and let's get it. So, do you have any rituals or routines before starting the stream?
I don't think so. I don't think I do anything. I don't think so. I don't think, honestly. Besides, besides making sure things are working, I don't know if that's a ritual, right?
Hey, you know what? I tell you what, that I can relate to that. It's like,
and I still mess up.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's like, you see everything on OBS, you're like, okay, we ready to rock, and everything seems like it's green light, and then you go live, and then next thing you know, they're like, we can't hear you. It's like,
yeah, all of a sudden nothing works.
What? Nothing works.
Yeah, I've had times where it's like everything looks fine, and I'm like, all right, cool, we go live, and I've had to like completely disconnect something, right? I had to like just like do the IT thing. Have you tried turning it off and on again? You know.
You definitely dropped Holy a follow for sure. Feeling dude's vibes. Oh yeah, man, he's a great guy, man. I tell you what, man, I will not ever steer anybody the wrong way. This is a great guy. Like,
I appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate that, man.
No, it's been so long, man. We've known. Hold on, You got this command? Let's find out.
Oh yeah.
Right, cool. That's why I wanted.
1 year, 75 days. So 1 year, 2 months, 13 days. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We actually linked up through Shiny, and she's a great content creator, and I've learned so much.
Was actually the reconnect.
Yeah.
Reconnect.
Yeah.
Reconnected before that, and then you left Twitch, and I thought you were gone, and I was like, oh no.
I had to come back.
Came back, and I was like, oh yeah, we back. Yeah, we back.
Yeah, I had to come back, man. Honestly, they always say like Dorothy. Click the hills. There's no place like home. Even though I started on Mixer, I always found, Twitch my second home. And I met so many great people, and I've, built so many, friendships on this platform. And, I had to come back. No matter what platform I'm on, I'm always gonna, love Twitch, and I'm always gonna be a Twitcher.
The twitchiest, yeah. Always gonna twitch over here. That's right.
Oh yeah, man. I tell people, man, I love this platform. I know at some point in time, I felt a little negative about certain things, but they always say there's no place like home, and I miss so many people, like the content, like all my friends that I made, all the bonds and connections. Like, it was just a matter of time. It only took a year, but we back. We back. Yeah, man, and I get to see you get partnered, and I got to see a lot of people do really well. Shout out to everybody in the stream that that's putting in the work and getting the love and support that they truly deserve. Like, we see you guys. We see you.
Absolutely.
Like, definitely appreciate you guys. With the love and support,
and from the inside, we know how hard it is to do.
Oh yeah.
So like mentally and physically, right? You got to keep yourself going. Get up and got to have that energy. You want to be entertaining. And that's like trying to keep that physical vibe going, and then mentally it's it's a minefield. So
yeah, man, and I kid you not, like that's what, like when I found out like how much work you put in, I'm like, bro, like me personally, I can do like 2 to 4 hours, and then like when I end it, when I raid out, I'm just so drained, and I'm like, man, how do you guys do it, man? It's like I feel so
Mhm.
old in this streaming industry. 6 years, I feel like a grandpa out here.
It's all right. I mean, uh, I was a viewer. Okay, let me. I was a viewer. 8 years of viewer, man. 8 years of viewer, and I never understood. I never understood.
Yeah,
Went
it's
live. Went live the first week, and I was like, "Whoa, that's energy, man. That's energy." And then I learned like what it felt like to like have that energy. Like they call it like an adrenaline dump when you're in sports and stuff, right? It's kind of like when you're feeling really good, and then it's just like you don't have that interaction, right? So once you turn off the stream, right, like you were saying, you're like drained, right? Oh
yeah.
man, that's what it is. Like I turn off that stream, and I'm like, oh man, where'd that come from?
You are not lying, bro. I'm telling you,
You
it
know?
happens every time. It's like I will stream, and for those hours I'm streaming, I have so much energy. I'm hyped. I'm motivating
Mhm.
people, and it's always a good time. And then as soon as I end my stream, it's like we're all in Discord, right? And we're hanging out, and I'm just like, I'll be back. And it's like, Jay's not coming back. He's going to sleep.
Yeah,
Jay's going to sleep. Definitely, but man, it definitely takes a lot of energy. But I don't regret it, and I definitely love putting in the work and just meeting
Mhm.
new people and making friends, man. And honestly, I feel like that's what it's all about: making the friendships and just helping one another succeed. And I feel like just being there for people mentally is another thing too. So definitely keep
Yeah.
that in mind, man. Got to be there for the peoples.
That's why I started. That's why I started. I wanted friends, right? I said I felt alone, so let's try not to feel so alone. And then in doing that, I made my message just that, right? You're not alone. So,
Really good message, by the way.
mhm.
Yeah, definitely want to let everybody out there know that you're never alone. Like we are out here. They got people out here that are here for you, and just never feel alone. Like I know it's the holidays, and we're in the holiday season. It's approaching, and you guys aren't alone. We love you guys, and we're here for
Yeah,
you guys.
huge, huge during the holidays to know that you have friends.
Definitely, I agree with that. So I know I asked tips for new streamers. What advice could you give for someone who wants to start streaming?
Don't do it for money. if you want to do it, don't get into it thinking you're gonna be rolling in it, right?
Right.
I've talked to a lot of people who want to start streaming, and that's the first thing they come to me is like, it's like, you do this for a job, I want to do that, right? And I normally clap back with, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
it started as my hobby. 100% it started as my hobby. That's what it should be. I think anyway. You should do it because you enjoy it, not for any other reason. You start you enjoy it, right? Not for the money, that if it nurtures for you, that's great. Nurtures your health, physical, mental, whatever. If it nurtures you in a positive way, then definitely go for it. Definitely do it. And the other stuff, if it's meant to be, it'll start falling into place. Um it was my like second job because it was my hobby, and then my main thing was I was taking care of my aunt, and then she passed away last year, or like a year and a half ago. And then I was like, okay, I had two options at that point, and I was like, I can either keep going all in on the streaming and trying to make that like my main thing, or I could get another job and like make it a side thing again. And I loved it so much that I just went all in. Um, but it was just, that wasn't my goal. and
Yeah.
it not being the goal needs to be like underlined. I think underline. The goal was not to make money. The goal was for entertaining content that also makes me connect with another human being. And I missed out on that a lot of my life by being that socially awkward, that like more introverted person. So now it's huge. It's huge to have a social outlet and feel a part of something. And
Definitely.
yeah, do that. Do it that way. That's my. If you want to be a new streamer, do it for the right reasons. There's a whole lot of different reasons to become a streamer, but I think you should do it because it's a nurturing thing for you, and then you know the people you meet along the way, it's gonna help. It's gonna be like if it's already helping you to do the streaming thing, right? And then somebody comes along and they said, I can help you, or like, let's become friends. Then that's even more. That's another benefit.
Definitely. I like that. That was a really great answer. Venturous says, expect nothing and work hard for where you want to be. I agree with that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some really great answers.
Not expect nothing. I like that too.
Oh yeah.
Don't be entitled. Don't think anybody owes you anything. That's a good.
Yeah. Definitely.
Good way to be.
Oh yeah. So, look, Shiniferous. Welcome in, Shiny. Welcome in.
Hello.
Do we have any questions for Holyfx? I feel like I had a really good time. Definitely want to say I appreciate you guys coming through. This is the time where y'all ask Holyfx the questions of all questions. Nothing too far-fetched or anything crazy like that, but just ask him some questions and he'll answer them to the best of his abilities.
Yeah, I was thinking some of my communities in here. Well,
yeah.
Yes, questions. Nothing off the wall, please. Do the background lights ever feel like I'm in a giant fishbowl all the time? All the time. I don't keep them on all the time, as it turns out. Only when I'm streaming, because otherwise it's distracting. Super distracting.
Oh, look at Shiny coming in hot. She says, "What has been your biggest highlight on your journey to partner so far?" Good question.
I think it's gotta be the charity thing, like that we talked about earlier. Just the amount of support that was shown in just 24 hours, like to make $13,000 for charity in any amount of time is crazy, much less a day. So
that's impressive. That's very impressive.
That's always gonna stand out. I don't know, like, how do we top that? Is my brain like, how do we top something so incredible like that? But that's gotta be the highlight in my brain every time. People still bring it up. People still go, remember that? And I was like, oh yeah, I do. Trust me, I remember.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. That's really cool that you were able to do that and it turned out so well.
Biggest struggle overall, I think it's pretty much something we touched on, the balance, right? The balance, when that's why I said I haven't quite figured that one out.
Yeah.
100%. Like I think I still struggle with balance and trying to not give too much of myself where I don't have anything left to take care of myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You support people, not just as their content, right? You support them as a person. That has been a theme of what I've been talking about. But in doing that, you give out, and then a lot of people forget, including myself. How do you give when you don't have anything to give? And then with that, you can't give anything to yourself then, because you gave it all away. You gave all of your energy, all of your time, everything to everybody else, and you forgot you. And I think that has been my biggest struggle. I think that's why I have taken times where I'm like, I need to take a week off, right? I say the week off of streaming, and you know, financially, I go, this is going to hurt me. It's going to hurt me financially, but from a mental standpoint, from as of who I am, I come back refreshed. I come back feeling a little bit more like myself. Like I didn't like it. I think I've done that several times in my journey. Just too much too soon, right? Giving out too much of me too quickly. And yeah, we got this though. Like that has been the biggest struggle. And I think I'm doing all right though. Like I got Jay, I've got Shiny, I've got lots of good people that are in my corner that are dealing with the same sorts of thing.
Definitely. Definitely here for you, brother. I'm you know, one thing I gotta say is that we're all, you know, kind of just like in this circle, and we're, you know, here to help one another. And you know, sometimes we may not all have contact on a daily, but we just know, like we know that we have each other's backs, and if we really need to speak to one another, we can reach out, and that's what I like.
That avenue of communication is open. Yeah, 100%.
Welcome in, Red Kiwi. Welcome in, brother. Definitely appreciate you. Always got to conserve enough energy to care for yourself at the end of the day. Exactly, Johnny. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's facts. You know, I this chat is just amazing, man. I love this chat. Like they coming in with some really good statements, and I appreciate them. I definitely recognize them, and shout out to the chat. Like if you guys haven't already showed love to one another, y'all definitely should. And make sure you guys follow Holyfx. You know, that's gonna be until the end of time. I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all gotta show my brother some love, man. Show my brother some. Hey, there he is. There he is. Yeah, man. Show Holyfx some love, man. Really great guy, man. I'm really great and glad that we had this podcast. Anybody else have any other questions? If not, man, I'm gonna let my guy be free, because I told him, I was like, you know, I do an hour. Anything else is cool, but you know, I don't like to hold people, and you know,
honestly, it hasn't been anything different than you and I just having a conversation. I feel, right? Like it's just like, obviously we've got the chat and we've got all that, but for me, it feels natural, right? It feels like I'm just opening up to a friend.
Yeah, man. And that's what I like about these podcasts. Like a lot of people that I have interviewed, it was their first interview and they would kind of freak out. And I'm like, before we went live, you know, like I would tell them, hey, it's just like a normal conversation. I'm not going to ask you anything crazy, or it's not going to be awkward or anything like that. And next thing you know, we're live and they're natural. Like you would think that they've done podcasts numerous of times. And I don't know if you ever done a podcast before or not, but man, you rocked it, man. Like I'm proud.
Well, thank you. I feel like I talked too much.
No, that's the whole thing of a podcast is you gotta talk. Like, I think you did really good, man.
I guess that's fair. Man, I gotta let Jay get a little bit of time in here.
Oh no, you know, one thing about me, man, is that I let them kind of, you know, speak and kind of. So like my platform is to let other content creators put themselves out there and get recognized. Let them talk about themselves and their journey and how they started. So, you know, it's like that's my thing. Like I let you guys kind of come in here and, you know, just, you know, shoot the shit, as they say, and just have a good time, you know. And that's what it's all about, you know. And the chat gets to know the content creator, and if they like their vibes, they can, you know, follow them and show them some love and go to their channel when they're live. And that's that's what it's all about for me, is the engagement and the interactions and letting people kind of get acquainted. Like one day, if I'm ever partnered on Twitch, it's still going to be the same thing. Like I still want to keep doing podcasts. I still want to interview people, and I still want people to be a part of the movement. Like I really want this to be a big thing. Like a lot of people may not know, but I just had the weight loss surgery, and I've been in and out of the hospital 2 weeks at a time, and there's pros and cons. I did lose over 100 pounds, so that's a pro. The con was being in the hospital for all those times, but
Yeah.
I feel a whole lot better. I've been really transparent about everything, and I just I'm back. I know a lot of people were checking in on me, and it meant a lot. So thank you guys for those that were checking in on me, because I know a lot of people like the movement podcast, and I know I had to delay a couple of podcasts, but they'll be back. We'll definitely be in the works, and we'll have more podcasts for you guys. And I told everybody, man, this one with Holy was going to be a good one, and I felt like I delivered. I felt like this was a really great podcast, brother, and
I had an awesome time. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I had a great time, and I definitely appreciate you. Anybody that
You too, man.
Anybody that that's in the chat that hasn't followed my friend, man, make sure you follow him, and definitely hope you guys have a great holidays, man. Definitely, Christmas is around the corner. For those that celebrate the holidays, we definitely hope you guys have a great holiday. I don't know if you have anybody that you would like to raid out to, but usually when I do the podcast, I kind of give them, the opportunity to, raid out to somebody.
Sure. Let me take a look.
And for those over on the YouTube side, I appreciate you guys. Much love. Y'all have a great week, and we will see you guys hopefully next week.
All right. I know I got people live. That's for sure. Let's find someone. All right. Okay, let's see what we're doing over here. Let's see what we got going over here.
How's it going, Iron Man Duck? Welcome in, brother.
All right, makers and crafting. And it's a charity stream. Okay, yeah, I'm about it.
Nice. Okay. If you want to,
Send you the link.
Yeah, you can either put the name in the chat, and then I can go to the channel and then do the raid. Slow mode. I don't remember that being on here. Is that like a thing now or something? Or
Yo, Iron Man Duck. See you, brother.
Yo, Iron Man Duck is a great guy. If you guys haven't already, make sure you hit Iron Man Duck with a follow. Really great guy. Always showing love. One thing I gotta say is that, a lot of people may not talk about it, but he's one of those guys that really, really shows love and support, and like he'll tweet you out, and like a lot of people don't really mention those kind of things, but when people tweet out people, that's pretty cool. Like that's it's not an obligation, but when people naturally like, hey, follow this person, like on Twitter, like that's pretty cool. Okay, definitely appreciate you, Iron Man Duck. If you guys haven't, make sure you show him some love. Everybody, just show the love to everybody. It's the holidays. Everybody deserves the love and support, right?
Absolutely, yeah. We were talking about this earlier. You're not alone out there. I mean,
No one
holidays can be very, very, very happy, and they can also be very lonely. So just remember, you don't have to feel so alone, because there are people who care about you.
Definitely. Once again, Holy, it's been an honor, brother. I can't thank you enough. I know you're a busy guy nowadays, putting in that work consistently. Thank you so much for the podcast, brother. It's been an absolute honor, and we're going to get ready to raid. Anytime, man. Anytime. Gonna get ready to raid out to Holyfx's friend. If y'all haven't, make sure y'all stick around and hype up the chat. Hype up the chat and show our friends some love. And for those that may not be around, hope you guys have a great holidays.